Good morning. Yabbersmack here, Yabbersmack Holdings, your professional cave troll. Last day of my trading week. Start my work week tomorrow. That's coming to an end real fast. Got things lined out, got all the screens up. You're looking at the clean screen. Here in just a second, you have the NASDAQ. Made a few couple minor changes to my watch list. Liking how things are lined out. We're in a good spot across all our accounts. I'm gonna be doing a video here. I'm considering how I'm gonna approach it because I could talk for hours. I could do a 6-hour video on it, but I'm gonna try to keep it simple. Talking about what is a prop firm and why would a trader choose to use a prop firm. Talking about money and leverage. We'll get to that at some other time. Got the clean screens up. We're going to go straight into P&Ls. Take a look and walk through the P&Ls of every account. Full transparency, everything on the screen at all, pretty much at all times except for account numbers. This is Top Step X. Top Steps, which is a prop firm that I trade with. This is their proprietary internal platform. Top Step X. I love it. The only thing I don't like about it, Top Step, if you're listening, is the memory capabilities. Every time I switch a menu, I've got to redo all my screens almost every time. It fucking sucks. Other than that, I love it, man. I love it, and it's always developing. It's always growing and getting better. By traders, for traders. All right. That's the clean screen right there. I call this the clean screen. The clean screen. Alright, and we're going to come over here. Bloop! That's the business screen. Business screen. Alright, let's come right on over here. And bloop! Let's get the P&Ls up and running. Alright. That's a practice account you're seeing me in. I was fucking around in a practice account this morning. Just I don't care who you are. Me personally, I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm in the practice account all the time. I'm knocking the dust off. I'm checking things out. I'm making sure I didn't miss a setting. Just kind of, getting the bones moving from getting out of bed. It's just the way it is, man. It's the way it is. All right. So then you got 5 $50,000 combines. 5 $50,000 combines, all new. I've only been trading on them for a couple days. I will look at the actual PL in a minute so we'll know exactly how long it is. And you can see they start out at $50,000. Just under $1,000 in each one of these accounts over the last few days, just taking it easy. And then it's a $100,000 combine. This is a VIP account with Top Step. All right, so I'm working, so I'll trade that, and I'll have another account up here. I like to run with 7 accounts, and of various, you're always working the accounts, and I'll explain more about that when I get into the video that I'm going to do about what is a prop firm and why would you want to use a prop firm. All right, this is when the accounts were activated, individual accounts were activated. See that they're active. You won't see the account number, but if I'm in an account, you will always see that account, $150K practice, 150 combine, 100 combine. If it was a live account, you would see that it was live. If it was an XFA, you would see that it is an XFA. Very, very briefly, these combines are your trial runs. These are your auditions. This is you earning your way to the funded account. So all of these accounts are not funded. These are all what's the word I want to use? Exhibitionary. This is I'm earning my way to the money, and we're well on our way in this group of accounts. But I wanted to start pretty fresh with everything and get everything on video, managing multiple accounts. All right, so in these $50,000 accounts, you got to make $3,000. When I get to $3,000 across all these accounts, I got access to the money. And I'll explain in detail more about that. And then I can start drawing payouts on it regularly. And it's up to me to trade correctly and keep that account alive to be able to generate money out of it. But you watch, I've got 5 of them. I have anything that happens in one of these $50,000 accounts happens in all of these $50,000 accounts. So this is my master account. I have 4 accounts slave to that master account. Now this is not trade. This is not for everybody. Copy trading is not for everybody. Trading is not for everybody. All right. You know, 5 times the risk, 5 times the reward. You blow all 5 fucking accounts in 3 seconds. You've got to have screen time. You got to know what you're doing. I won't go any farther into that for this video. All right. And I trade the VIP account. The VIP is just a special private coach training room. You know, you get to go into the internals and talk to the coaches, and basically they pay for everything. It's it's one of those things. I'm very happy to be there. I've worked very hard. Never worked so fucking hard in my life to be right where I'm at right now, to be honest with you. All right, so where was I? Lost my train. This is my win rate. I'm constantly resetting this practice account because I'm constantly blowing it and making money and resetting it to try different things. This is your trial grounds. This is where you try things out. You get your dust knocked off your head from being in bed all night or not woke up yet, and you make sure all your settings are straight because you're looking at so many different things. You always forget to click a button or set an account. So that's how you make sure I always come into the trading day in a practice account knocking a few practice trades around. Like this morning, I was working with my stop loss and my profit target, trying to find a little bit better, closing the stop loss down a little bit, so I wasn't taking $1,500 hit risk. I'm starting to narrow that down. All right, and this is your day P&L, your open P&L. If I had an open position, this is the overall balance of the account. All right. So we did that so I could always get it in front of you in a more seeable way. Because I know a lot of people watch these videos on their phone, and I'm on a 49-inch ultra curve, so it can be somewhat daunting to see shit. I get it. All right. So let's start going into P&Ls. I'm liable to have to reset my screens from doing this, but we're going to do it because it's part of the... And then I have my watch list over here. We'll do P&L after this. Watch list is my other screen. I was working, instead of having everything on 15 different screens, I wanted to have everything on one screen so that I can move between the screens easily while I'm recording or streaming, and you can see what I'm doing instead of me just talking about it and you can't see it. I got the S&P. I made a small change to the watch list today. S&P 500, 5-minute, gold 5-minute, silver 5-minute, platinum 5-minute, and I added copper. I took lean hogs off and added copper, and I've got crude oil, Bitcoin, micro Bitcoin, and cattle, live cattle. I'm gonna keep cattle in there, and I'm gonna bounce between cattle and hogs. All right, bloop, just so I don't fuck up and accidentally take a trade in a live account. All right, let's go into P&Ls. So I'm going to go here and let's go into the 100K. That's the 100K VIP. I'm going to start off trading into that today. Let's go to this. Boom. All right. We're $466.48 in the money. We had an 11-day heater here, 12-day heater, and we took a really bad week. I had a really bad hit this day, and I just traded emotions like crazy, over-traded like a monster, and just fucking stopped right here and said, you know what, let's breathe, let's regroup. Regrouped, came back, fought my way back up into the money. Got a 73.3% overall across 311 trades, 311 total trades. I've got a 73.3% overall success rate. That means a little better than 7 out of 10 trades that I take are in the money. All right, no trades today. I got a little over about a 1-to-1 profit factor, which is not terrible. No, I mean, you know. And the best percentage of total profits, the best was 167% of total profits in one day. Equity curve we just talked about. I'm not going to get into all of this too terribly. Most profitable day was Wednesday at $778. We're slowly leaning in. We started getting little $30 pools, $60 pools, $100 pools. Then we leaned in a little bit, got our ass kicked, came back, regrouped, went back in, stayed leaned in. Now I'm taking bigger hits, bigger pieces of the pie. And eventually we'll take even bigger pieces of the pie. Here's that. This is just beautiful. You never honestly want to be here, but there is something primally beautiful about hitting the dirt and pulling yourself out. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. Just whoa! Oh fuck, I'm back out again. All right. Most of my trades are 15 seconds or less. The next line of that is 15 to 45 seconds. I'm pretty much 45 seconds to 1 minute. 1 minute to 2 minute. These are my losers I'm holding down in here. All right, here we are. This is that heater that I was on. Slammed through that heater 11 days, taking real small pieces of the pie, stacking the money, and then put it all back and then some. that last week, I just, whoa, emotions, dude, insanity. Regroup. This is that week. Regrouped. Took $1,000 hit right here. But notice the trade number, way down on the trade numbers. I've got my numbers down. I'm making more money, less effort. All right, that's what I got to keep right there. That's what's going to make it profitable. So we're at almost $1,200 for this week, and we still got $567 for the month to make it out to be profitable for the month. And we've got almost 3 full weeks of trading days, because I trade 4 days a week. That's a trading to week block right there. And I work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in a warehouse, which is coming to a really fast fucking end. All right, now that's the VIP account. Let's go over to the boom. Now, this is the master $50,000 combine with 4 accounts slaved to it. So anything, these results you will see across all the other ones, and I'm going to show that. But just so you know what's going on, I have $639 on the bottom line. I'm 84% profitable overall out of 19 trades. Out of 19 total trades, 80 better than 8.5, almost 8.5 of them are good in the money. No trades this morning. Over a 1.4 profit factor. Equity curve, just like, yeah, beautiful. It'll be better when you start getting more data points in there. Woo! And I'll go over a lot of this. Is what I'm controlling right now. This is why I was working with my stop loss this morning. I don't need to be taking those big hits like that. I'm tightening up, figuring out how I can trade like I trade, be profitable. Know I'm going to take hits, but manage those hits when I take them. 3 days, 100, boom, boom, boom. 9 trades, 5 trades, 5 trades. I'm giving myself 5 trades. I'm $639 up for the week with 1 more trading day. So I'm up, I forget what it was, $1,200 for the week in the VIP account, and I'm approaching $1,000 up for the week in these accounts. So that's $2,500 up for the week in all the accounts. Understanding that these are combines and I am working to earn funding, and when I get to the funding, I continue these results in exactly what I'm doing, and then I start drawing money out of all these accounts. That's why prop firm, but I'll get more into the details of why prop firm in a video. I'm going to do a video just on prop firms explaining that. All right, I'm going to go through real quick these other accounts. Slaved account number 1, a little different, a little more money in this account. 91% success rate. no trades today, $874. Now remember, that's times 5. So I'm actually up $5,000 for the week. There's another account, other slaved account, and slaved account. So I've got $900 times 5. That's about $4,500, give or take. And then the $1,200 in, so I'm almost $6,000 up for the week across all my accounts. All right, that's P&L, guys. That's a practice account right there. Doesn't matter. All right, now let's go see if I got to fix my screens. All right, I got sun coming in my window. I got to take a minute and go fix my window, and I shall return in just a moment. I'm back. Can't be having glare coming out across fucking my screen while I'm trying to make money. I gotta pour some coffee. Alright, we're back. Top Step will be on in about 15 minutes. We'll be jumping over to Top Step for morning opening call. That'll give us an idea what's going on in the markets, what the news is looking like. Looks like we got news at 7:30. We got initial jobless claims and core CPI. High impact. No telling what could happen with these markets. Could go insane. Absolutely butt-ass insane. We usually stay in practice account for the morning opening range trades, and riding along with Top Step, just getting the bones moving, getting the joints oiled. We'll switch over to the VIP account at New York Bell, and we'll try to make some money. Giving myself 5 trades. I got my stop loss tightened up. I went from 1,000. I think I was at 1,500, in between 1,500 and 1,000, depending on the market conditions, with a $500 profit target, and I would work within that. That would be my brackets to work within, scalping. Well, now I've closed that down to I think 450, or is it 400? God, I don't want to change the screen again. It's 400 and 1,000. That's the brackets that I'm going to work within. I'm going to work within $400 loss limit and a $1,000 target profit target. I am very not likely to let it hit on the profit target. If it does, it does, but I am a see money, take money trader. Part of my scalping. Just part of how it is. I'm going to get in and look at this pretty tight here. I'm going to be trading it, so I'm going to look at it pretty intently. I want to see what's going on in there. While there's no volume going on, I want to see what's going on. There we go. There's not a lot of range in the candles right now, even though the volatility is insane because of market conditions. So I'm opening it up to get a better look at what's going on. so I can maybe take some tight range trades. It's understanding market conditions through screen time and experience, and adjusting to be able to angle and manipulate money out of the market. All right, so what we're probably going to do anyway, let's go ahead and reset everything, because they're going to be going into gold almost right off the bat. So what we're going to do is we're going to start taking a look at gold, just so we can be ready for that trade. So we'll set everything up there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to drop that down. Oh no, we'll leave that right there. I'm not going to be averaging into any trades, so we'll leave that there. And then we're going to go over to gold for the opening range trade and get a feel for how gold's doing. Gold is just a fucking long, dude. Just fucking long it. That motherfucker is at 31.46.10, dude. All time, bouncing off the all-time highs, baby. What's the volatility in this bitch? Only 3.9. It's because it's gold, man. It's been the backbone of nations for more time than we even know exists. I'm just chilling. I'm just sitting back and watching shit. Waiting for waiting for opening call. We got our furnace fixed yesterday. How about that? Ain't that for some oxymoronic shit, man? We got our furnace fixed at the end of the winter when we don't need it anymore. Yeah. I had space heaters running. I had like up to really good space heaters, but up to like 5 space heaters going almost around the clock through that hard part of the winter, and ever so often would open the electric stove oven up and let it augment, dude. Just in the last 2 months alone, I've paid $1,700 power bill. Yeah, but I was comfortable. All right, and it just so you can see, this is gold we're looking at, and gold is right here. It's the second item on my watch list, next to S&P and silver and platinum and copper and crude oil and Bitcoin and live cattle, feeder cattle, live cattle. Am I evil because I'm trading on the death of thousands of head of cattle? They're live, man. They're live. All right, let's go back here. Go to clean screen for the ride in. Clean screen for the ride in. I think opening range is going to be short, but it's going to be very much see money, take money. Top step daily levels. Let's get that. Let's do that right here. Top step daily levels, baby. All right. Let's do a reset and let's God, it was all the way up to $3,200. Fucking insanity, dude. Alright, there's our boys. Top step, baby. Top step for life, fools. Get you some. Okay, I'm opening up a little bit. I want to see what's going on up there. Not too much. There we go. Alright, we're locked and loaded for opening range. Alright, shoes off, feet up on the desk, button pulled over here where I can get to it. Coffee. Ah, get off of me. I gotta get into the cage. I'm gonna have to start putting the dogs in the cage when I'm trading. Just gonna have to do it. I love them. I hate to have them in a cage, but I gotta work. I gotta make money. I can't have them bouncing off my forehead. What's that ladder looking like? I'm gonna go ahead and work off the business screen right here. Yeah, I narrowed that stop margin. My biggest issue is I can make the shit out of the money, especially with with an 80 fucking percent success rate, I can just make the money. But because of the way I trade, my risk is pretty intense at times. And when I take a hit, it's not a matter of if I take a hit, it's a matter of when I take a hit. I've got to start managing that down. And now that I got my shit worked out where I think I can work it, I'm going to manage the risk down so I don't have to work so hard when I do take the hits.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Top Step TV. This is opening call and take a look at who we got right now. Hey, we got some opportunity knocking on the door right now, so we're gonna get busy. We got JD. We got.
All right, so I'm looking at the 1 minute chart right now because this is the 1 minute opening range of gold.
JD, let's see what we got cooking.
Good morning, friends and traders. We are looking at that opening range trade in gold right out of the gate. We are establishing the 1 minute opening range now. It has been established. We have our bids, our stops to enter. Above and below the market, we're working a stop to get in on the long side, 31.4430, and we just got filled on the short side. House kind of short, one gold contract, 31.3980.
I'm going in right here.
Pretty wide opening range again this morning.
Yeah, I'm going in right here.
Order filled.
Yeah. Slippage on that, and we're taking 50 ticks of risk on this trade. Just a one lot. Another wide opening range. Pretty deep there. 50 ticks of risk on this opening range trade in gold. We were just talking in the green room. See money, take money.
Order filled.
I had $130 printing and only took 20 when I rolled it because of the rotation of that fucking trade.
Yeah, the bigger picture, GD.
Oh, wait a minute. No, that was a $120 trade.
Yesterday is still trending to the upside.
I was just down $95 in the account.
I like see money, take money in them.
I'll take $120.
Overnight inventory is long. We are opening with a gap, so if we can't fill that gap relatively early, I like the longs because of that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we
also have
some money on this trade. We take it.
Yep. We also have some big numbers coming out in about 8 minutes. We've got CPI, month over month, or CPI.
I'll take $120. Fucking kidding me? And a push of a button sitting on my ass with a cup of coffee in my hand.
Coach Ray.
Bang, baby, bang, all day long.
Guys.
Yes, good morning, Coach Ray. Thanks for joining us.
Bright and early in the West Coast.
I can't have you in my lap right now, baby.
It's very dark outside.
I love you, though, and I can't tell you no.
Very dark.
Oh, your breath stinks. Oh, you need to brush your teeth.
How you feeling about this?
You've been eating cat ass again, haven't you?
Let's count a short one gold contract, 31.3980.
Yeah, I think we're up against a little bit of a resistance level up here. Looking at the 30-minute chart. So, I mean, if we can hold here, yeah, I think it's has a chance maybe get back to VWAP maybe. That would be kind of a reasonable destination for a trade like this, I would say. Given what Coach Hogue said earlier about
get off of me.
On the higher time frame, we're generally.
I'm gonna have to take my dog out again here in a minute.
So
It is a process in the morning for her to take a dump. Got to go out and let her whiz. Then she comes in, eats a little bit, plays a little bit. Then I got to take her out and let her walk around a little bit. Sometimes it happens on that next time out, and other times I got to take her out a couple times, shake it loose.
So far on this trade, about 20 ticks in our face at the moment. Again, taking.
Why are y'all on me? Y'all at the same time every day.
Put our CYA about 6 ticks above the high of the opening range. Questions from the chat. What time does gold open? Regular trading hours for gold, 7:20 a.m. Central Time is the opening bell for gold. Just had a little volatility spike there. State bomb coming at us. I think we're toast. We are toast.
I took it in the opposite direction if they took it, and I made $120.
Good idea.
Practice account. I'm in a practice account
We had
right
a couple
now.
good days of opening range trades, and we are toast. Down 50 ticks to start the day in gold. We had a good track record going into this morning in gold this week, so we are up on gold for the week on the opening range trade. We just took a loss there to start the day, and looks like it could have been a head fake. Just a liquidity grab. We'll keep monitoring that though. Again, we got some big numbers coming out in just a few minutes. Eddie, What's the economic
well,
calendar looking like for this morning and the rest of the day?
We got enough good numbers for everybody here. Everybody gets a number here today. Thank you, Robert. Daily levels are updated and pinned to the chat. Check them out. Coming up here, and I'm going to do it right now. Come on.
5 minutes remaining.
There it is. Thank you very much here. Biggie's on the block here right now. We got U.S. initial jobless claims. We're looking at, and the alarm does go off. Yes, we are on time here. 223,000 expected prior 219 CPI year over year. They were looking.
Let's go over here and look at crude. We got away.
Also, the month over month, they're looking at a 0.1% versus a 0.2 prior. We also have the core CPI month over month 0.3. Continued jobless claims, 1.886 is the expectation. Prior 1.9. And our friends up north got the Canadian building permits month over month number. Just want to say we got a lot of speakers. Logan, Schmidt, Bowman, Goolsby. What's that other guy's name? Trump. Trump. No.
That other guy.
So we got lots going on, and that's what I got. I'm going to pass the ball back to JD. JD.
Thank you, Eddie. Ladders are getting thin. Gold's right back to the middle of that opening range. Right back into balance. But should we switch over to the equities for CPI number?
Give me some of that, please.
Look at that. I'm gonna pull up Q on my end.
So, see, man, you
Oh,
think
you
gold
could,
has support left, huh?
Oh, you can watch the ES or
And I
Ray.
don't-
What do you want to watch for CPI?
I'm on
What's your
the,
market of choice this morning?
I'll take a look at the YM.
Man, NQ is
Yes.
thin,
You want me to look out?
thin,
Look at the ES?
thin. Looking at the ES.
Yeah, I'll take a look. at
NQ
the
is
ES.
about 3 points wide right now on the dome. Ladder is drying up all over the place.
Pretty much single digits on the S&Ps, except there is a pretty decent bid. 53.87 for 120. If it gets hit.
All right.
Looking at it, but it ain't taking it yet.
Nothing but ones and two lots spread
is.
out in the NQ ladder. Very, very thin. Very thin.
Tilt 50-50 basically across the board here.
Yeah, I imagine smart people aren't holding any large positions into this number. Smart retail, that is.
Oh, yeah, there's a number. I'm not taking any more of
If
that.
you in the chat have a position and you're trying to ride it into
Jobless claims.
yeah, I hope you are protecting your downside.
Yes.
CYA. That
Got about
fucking
2.5 minutes
downside.
until this number comes out. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I want to see what it does to all the markets, so we're going to go over here.
What's up, Eddie?
If you're trading beans or so, don't forget 11 o'clock. We got the WASDE corn, cotton, soybean, wheat number. 12 o'clock. I got a 30-year bond auction, and
All right, I got to put a dog up.
very closely. Thank you, JD.
Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate it.
One of these dogs has got to go in a cage.
The WASDE report. Pretty big report for the grain markets.
Let's go with a kid named Wasti.
What the fuck are you doing down there, man?
Go Wasti. You're welcome, Dallas.
Dome's
Bowman.
getting thinner. Dome's getting thinner. Minute and a half, 90 seconds till CPI. Sean plays his full port in it.
Oh no.
don't
In
do
his
that.
XFA. Good
Oh,
luck
don't
to
do
you,
that.
Sean plays. Good luck to you, Sean
Hey.
plays MC. That's the best we can say to that is good luck.
Yes.
Good reward. on
Much,
the
man.
rest,
Had to
but
put him up.
Pretty tight for full port.
Slippage. I hope you've got some slippage factored into that stop also.
Yeah.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Business
Hope.
before pleasure. Right.
Man.
Get
NQ
on.
ladder is about 5 points wide now, maybe more.
Oh,
10
yeah.
points wide.
Lots of spaces in the S&Ps as well.
All right, 30 seconds
Man.
here.
Remember, the S&P dome was hundreds.
Just watching. Ain't no telling what could happen. ACH.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
10
We'd be
seconds.
pacing in
Bitcoin spike.
Boom. Oh,
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I would say down.
The market is in pre-open.
All right, jobless claims are going to hit that one first. They're looking at 223,000, and
There is
Come on,
your
numbers.
liquidity spike right there.
Silver
the
bumping.
market is open.
Bitcoin bumping.
a little delay
market
here in the
is
numbers.
open.
Let's go to investing.com.
Wow.
More delays here. All right, we got 223 as expected jobless claims. We got the jobless claims 4 week.
Nothing too
223.
terrible. Bitcoin
CPI
getting a
coming
pretty
in
heavy
at,
spike. Let's go over to Bitcoin.
-0.1. We also
Go
have
take a look at that
CPI coming
Bitcoin.
in, year over year 2.4, and the core coming in here at 0.1%. Continuing jobless claims 1,850.
All right, where you at?
Yeah,
Where you at? Where? There you are.
1.850. They were looking at 1.880. There you have it. There's our numbers for today. Lots more coming, and I'll pass this back to JD.
Thank you, Eddie. Yeah, we had a nice initial knee-jerk reaction to the upside, came back down, basically to where that 730 bar opened, and now we're trading back up to the high
Order
of the
filled.
730 bar. I'm looking at a 3-minute chart in the NQ.
I'm
So,
in 5
what's your
minis.
take on
I'm
that
in 5
number?
micros on.
How do you feel about
Bitcoin.
that CPI number?
I'm digesting right now. I think it's. I don't think it's hot. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's
Consumer
not
prices are
inflationary.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a practice
Month-over-month,
account. I'm just
year-over-year,
fucking around.
Consumer prices are down just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
Jobless
obviously
claims
that's-
came out as
That's
expected.
good for us as consumers.
Right.
Still high, but coming back a little bit.
There it
It's
goes.
not hot. It's not.
It is
It's not gonna take
positive.
us down.
Yeah. Not a bad
There's
number
plenty of other things to do that.
overall. Yep.
I'm gonna take money on this pretty quick. I'm taking
Order
that.
filled.
$50.
Ray, what's your take?
$40 in the end.
Well, I mean, right now I'm
Going
kind of
back.
looking at. Well, I mean, CPI is always
Go back to Nasdaq.
you know, something of interest, obviously. So I could get an understanding what we're going
Till
to
crude oil's up.
Store. So, you know, I guess came in kind of what we would expect. I guess to some degree, it's always nice to see that it came in a little bit to decide favor us on the grocery side. So I'm happy about that.
Excellent. Our boy Sean Plays in the chat. He took a shot to the short side. Looks like he got stopped out. How much slippage did you take on your exit, your stop? If you don't mind me asking, Sean, throw it in the chat. If you took any slippage at all. That dome was real
what he
thin
was trading?
on that initial spike higher. He had 4 MNQ on short side, $500 of risk. I imagine there was some slippage involved on the exit, just because of how thin the dome was, and the way it spiked. That was a top tick stop. It looked like you had a stop above the market. You got top ticked on it.
Yeah, we're still technically below the VWAP here, so I mean, still a chance, I guess. He's not already stopped out.
Mm-hmm. Got overnight VWAP 19.016. 016 half. Seen a little more follow through to the upside. Approaching our Eco News high. Eco News high 18,987. Didn't quite take out the overnight high. Should say did not take out the overnight high.
No, it's kind of creeping up towards that overnight VWAP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm looking on the 30-minute chart here on the Nasdaq.
It's flagging on the 1 minute.
Yeah, it's trying
The
really
double
hard to get
distribution.
above 54.15 on the ES. Trying really hard to get above that. Still below VWAP, so
Yeah.
again, I kind of have to favor a little bit still on the short side, but still pushing.
Yep. Soundbuster says stop worrying about slippage. It's part of the market. This is true.
It is.
Yes. Exactly.
But it's also got to be
It
part
is.
of your trading plan if you're trading around big numbers like CPI. Yep. Factor
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
into your risk parameters.
Yeah, just reminding people that you got to keep that in mind when you are trading during volatile periods of time. Got to be part of your plan. Got to adjust for slippage.
It is a fact of life, especially in the live markets, folks. Scale back down to a 3-minute chart here. All right, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the
Crude oil.
opening range trade in crude oil at the top of the hour, too. So make sure you're sticking around for that. Until then, I suppose the markets have settled down now, kind of eased back into, we're seeing some more liquidity come into the dome now. Still a little thin, it's bumping around a bit.
Yeah, it's
in the
banging.
NQ
It's a
at
little
least.
chaotic.
But we got about 25 minutes until that crude oil opening range trade. Coach Ray, Mr. Hoagland, we say we dive into some charts and show the people what we're looking at going into the equity
Alrighty.
open.
Good. Sounds good.
I'm gonna get a look on this
I
right
think
here.
that I think the equity markets, all the markets are really just focusing on the tariffs. Doesn't seem like anything else really matters at this time. We do have earnings season really kicking into here tomorrow with some of the major banks, J.P. Morgan, BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, and others announcing earnings tomorrow morning. So here's that weekly chart. Seeing a degree of excess on this low here. If we were to close this week right now, I would call this a bullish piercing pattern for you candles.
Order
filled.
Long.
Still a lot to
See
do.
money, take money.
Order filled. Come out and
$100.
lots of unknowns and uncertainties still out there. Right, Ray?
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look at the daily. We did have quite a day yesterday. Obviously, the excess on Monday that we're talking about yesterday and the day before is starting to loom a little bit large right now. We saw a drop in open interest yesterday of about 46,000 contracts. Now, that is short covering. We talked about this yesterday morning. We had a lot of open interest, like 10% increase in open interest overall in the S&Ps on this push to the downside. And there were a lot of trap shorts in this market yesterday when that came out, and that of course exacerbated the upside move. And the loss of 46,000 contracts is only about a quarter or a fifth of the amount of open interest that piled into the short side on this push to the downside. If we get any more good news, they're going to continue to get squeezed, and we could see more continuation to the upside. And that's only if we get some good news. I think these markets are going to idle until we get more news, something else happens. Overall, and by idling, I'm talking about idling in very thin, illiquid markets and in very volatile ways. Ray, do you have anything to kind of add to that? What are you feeling about?
Yeah, I mean, I think given the propensity for, not to get too political here, but of our president to make announcements that could affect the markets, we have to be careful as a result of that. So I think the market is kind of waiting and seeing if there's more to follow on the tariff side, and that obviously we saw the effect of positive news on tariffs yesterday with the big spike higher. So yeah, I think the market is probably being a little bit cautious, kind of hanging out in the range, waiting for maybe some additional clarity on exactly what they're going to do with the tariffs going forward. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Awesome. So I'm back on the 30-minute chart now. The market
Order filled.
opened and idled for the better part of
Order
the day yesterday
filled.
until
$135.
just after noon. And we, of course, rallied. We took out a lot of unfinished business and a lot of weaknesses in structure above the market. There's still plenty up there, but we did come through and close this session gap. We traded through the late spike base, which was back here on the 3rd. We traveled through a naked point of control up here at, what was that naked point of control? control, right around 54.81, and we traded to right to the bottom of the next session gap, which goes between the second and the third of April, and some people will probably wonder why I keep these afternoon pullback highs and lows on these charts. Well, look where the market targeted. Now, this was an afternoon pullback high here from the 3rd of April. This was when the tariff news hit. This was the afternoon pullback high on the following day, and that is where the market has kind of reached out to, touched, and is now pulling back from. So those kind of obscure levels can really be important sometimes. And I was saying that last week when that number, when I put that line, when I put that level on the charts, and it's just a reference level. This is all about context, risk management, and remaining patient in our trading. So where are we now? Well, we had a double distribution trend day to the upside here, Ray, and we're in the upper distribution. Now, if we're going to idle, with these double distribution trend days in the upper distribution, I kind of give it its own area of value and its own point of control. I don't see this going into repair unless we can take out these lows here. Let's just call it $5,300, $5,300. All right.
I think I'm done with practice trading for right now.
We might come in and start taking out some of these single TPOs. Some of you might call this a fair value
I'm
gap.
just going
Some
to
of
take a
you might
look,
call it
watch
some
things
TPOs.
till market open.
Whatever you call it.
I might take crude oil
start
opening
getting
range
into
with them.
Then there's something else going on, and I'm kind of looking to kind of balance this market, waiting for new information. Overnight inventory is
Looking heavy.
The
looks can be deceiving.
short.
It's kind of a double bottom right there.
We open here.
Look at that. Look at
We're
that.
trading here.
All that in there.
Price moved lower, low volume,
Right.
shorter time frame.
You can
for
see it
these
pretty
traders,
clearly.
holding shorts, and right into the middle of this area here. So my suggestion, my thought, my context, my
Boom.
hypothesis is we're going to get better trade location after the day goes on. I don't think that there's going to be really good opportunity on the open. And of course, ACH, anything can happen. Ray, what do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we always need to be on the ACH, anything can happen mode. But I do like that 5,300 level. I think that level is a nice level if you are kind of the camp to, or maybe some additional upside in this market. 5,300 is kind of yelling at me, shouting at me. But if we do get back inside the area here on the right, we get inside this kind of visible volume range here that I have here, then I would say that would not be unreasonable to get down to this what I have here as point of control, 5,022.25 down here, and I think it probably would happen relatively quickly, given all these single prints that have been posted here on the rise here. So yeah, interesting level. I think for me, I would be patient, wait for that 5,300 level, 5,310, 5,313, somewhere in that range, and see what the market does, see what price does around that level, and go from there. Right now, I would be sitting on my hands.
Right. Ray? All right. Let's take a quick look-see at the NASDAQ, which is virtually in the same.
It's looking heavy, Bubba.
Just a little deeper in the red. Weekly. Again, if I had to, if we were closed on Friday, I'd say this was a bullish piercing pattern.
Yeah.
For you candlestick traders. Daily, excess low on Monday, moving large now. We took care of a lot of weaker upside structure yesterday, more so in the NASDAQ than in the S&Ps. Do you have any remarks on the daily chart here, Ray?
Yeah, I mean, we're up against some daily resistance levels. I think we kind of spiked up to. Let's open up the daily. I was looking at the 30-minute. Anticipate you here a little bit. Yeah, we're coming up to some levels. I mean, it's funny how this all plays out, right? When price moves back to balance, right? It moved back to an area of balance, and now we're kind of hanging out at that area of balance, trying to figure out what the next course of action is going to be. But I think this might be an area, at least initially, maybe of some resistance, and we might see a little bit of a pullback in this area. You know, given the strength of the daily area here, consolidation area here, we have on top.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. We got weekly kickoff high up there at 19,612. That kind of goes kind of through the lower middle of that area of balance that you're looking at there, Ray.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, let's look at the 30-minute chart now and take a look at what happened. Again, you know, the market open yesterday was really just kind of ranging, kind of lounging around, waiting for new information. The news came out, and pow, we took care of a lot of unfinished business. 2 gaps we closed yesterday. Point of control went through the spike base, and where did we end up? On an afternoon pullback low that goes all the way back to the 1st of April in the Nasdaq. So an afternoon pullback low, kind of
I gotta
capped
get
up
Discord
capped
open
off
real quick.
our high yesterday. An afternoon pullback high capped off the
I gotta get something done real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to
yesterday. It's the reason I leave
disclaimers
those
for
on
a second.
and we're kind of stuck between that afternoon pullback low and the spike base. I mean, the spike base. This goes back a little while here. We had not gone through it until yesterday. The spike base goes back to the 3rd, and it's kind of showing a degree of support. So I think it's a little bit high for support based on the accumulation of time and volume that occurred later in the session yesterday. But I do see that, you know, overnight low has kind of stopped there. Market stopped its pullback low after that news came out, came right back to it. Overnight came right back to it. I wonder if it's going to hold today. Ray, what do you think? That level is 18,716 quarter.
18,716 quarter. Yeah, I mean, it does feel like it has the potential of holding. Again, I'm kind of looking at kind of a similar level on the ES, maybe a little bit lower than that. Again, I'm looking at 18,000, I guess around 18,400. That's kind of the edge of that value range. Again, maybe being a little bit more patient with maybe a potentially better reference level for myself. I think that's kind of the level that I would kind of be focused in on, maybe looking for a little bit of a pullback there, and then deciding what price is doing, and at that point deciding whether I want to go long at that location.
Right, and just like yesterday in the S&P, it's double distribution trend day. Single TPOs begin 18,364, just below that 18,400 Ray was just mentioning. So when we get into that, we could see this market repair all the way back down to the point of control on this platform, seeing the point of control 17,442.75.
Yeah.
The plot thickens. Let's check out crude oil now, and we'll be nice and ready for the crude oil opening range trade. Ray, what do you think of this weekly chart? It's kind of strange, right? We broke out. We did see some pretty substantial open interest adding. We lost 50,000 yesterday. Just kind of a
I mean, it looks
indecisive
really weak.
bar there right now, right?
Yeah, it looks really weak to me. I mean, overall, I mean, I know we've been kind of in a range of late. Okay, I mean, there's highs of 85 and lows of 58, and we're at right now. It feels a little weak, but I can't imagine that this is going to be a play. This seems like a nice area from a risk-reward perspective, maybe to look for maybe a little bit of a pullback up to this area of point of control that I have here. But from a risk-reward perspective, but it just looks weak overall. I would say on the weekly chart, this chart doesn't shout out at me as something as I want to
start
jump
buying
into right away. Yeah, not really. No, not really.
Now, let's take a look at the daily. So, $57 was his weekly kickoff low, and we hung around there for a long time yesterday. We're seeing, you know, a degree of excess. This breakout below this trend line is doing well. I mean, we did have, some pretty significant open interest coming into the short side. Maybe they just got a little bit too short. We had to come back and retest that trend line for a continuation to the downside. Again, we lost 50,000 in open interest yesterday alone. Volume to the upside was really good. I mean, I think that's the highest volume we've seen in quite some time. Back to the 1st of October of 24, it looks like. I mean, that's some pretty decent volume on that, which concerns me a little bit. But I mean, I do like the idea of being able to limit risk in and around this trend line. I like the idea of being able to limit risk anywhere. Take a look at the 30. We'll see what we think about this. All right. So 57 weekly kickoff low. We opened there. We ranged around it. No decision was being made until that news came out, and then pow.
Yeah.
Right back to the trend line. There's a gap above that. There are weaknesses in structure above. If we do take out and reaccept above this trend line, there's a lot of space and a lot of stuff to repair up here as far as weaknesses in upside structure. I'm really liking this level for an opportunity in a bit longer time frame. Overnight inventory is short. Overnight inventory starts here, and we are here. So obviously, price moving lower on low volume, weaker hands traders. We're short, but we're in range, and we're in a potential area of repair. Repair, double distribution trend day to the upside. Distribution of time and volume here, distribution of time and volume here. Opening between those distributions anywhere near these single TPOs puts us into repair mode, which means there's a good percentage of the time the price is going to
I got some conversation going on the platform, Top Step.
Distribution and
Trying to figure out some mechanics.
Going to control in the lower distribution. Overnight inventory is short. AD, I think we're maybe looking at being right up against the overnight lows when we look at that opening range trade here. It could be a good one today. I usually when it's in repair, I'm going to be patient, wait for the extremes from the previous day, or at least the points of control from the previous day. We may be onto something in crude oil today. I don't know. We'll see. Ray, what do you think of this chart? What do you think of crude?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's funny how the crude oil is looking a lot like the equities. It's kind of at an area here at the top end of value here, and it could go quickly into repair here down to 58.22 on the edge of that other distribution that you were mentioning. There, I think is a reasonable location.
Let's get into crude real quick.
A nice whole number there that's going to attract maybe some price to it. So
all right, guys. Sorry, I had to do some stuff behind the scenes.
On the short side,
I'm going to jump into crude.
In this market, I think
Still in a practice account.
Long on this would have to be back down at this 58.22, maybe as low as 57 before I would be even considering entertaining anything on the long side.
All right, so we're going to hope for an opening range break to the downside.
Correct. That's what it looks like to me.
Got it. Overnight trend to the downside, breakout, market state change. I like it, Ray. I like it a lot. You know what, Ray? I like
yes.
you too.
Oh, me too, Hogue. Me too, Hogue.
Let's take a quick look at gold. So kind of around the world here between weekly kickoff low and weekly kickoff high. We had long liquidation for 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. We started adding buyers again, adding open interest yesterday, adding about 4,400 in open interest. Let's look at the daily chart. The weekly is just so long, but I always like to reference it. So we had some long liquidation here. We lost open interest for 4 straight days. Yesterday, those longs decided, maybe we should get back in. We added 4,400 in open interest. Didn't quite get to weekly kickoff low. Whatever. Remember, what doesn't happen can be equally as important as what does, if not more.
I'm starting
Now
to
we're
think
back
long
up
on
to
crude right
kickoff
there.
high. I'm looking forward to seeing an opportunity up there. Ray, what do you think of the long liquidation, and then yesterday buyers coming right back in for it? You think we're in for new highs?
It does look that way. I mean, the gold market has been on a tear already, and I think this kind of pullback that we got here, I think people, traders just jumped at the opportunity to get in this market. So yeah, I think if we do manage to get above this 3,200 level, yeah, I think the sky is the limit as to where gold can go. This looks like a very healthy, bullish pattern to me. Um, so I would say that if we're going to lean in any direction in the gold market, it'd have to be to
Oh,
the bullish side.
fucking long, dude. It's gold, dude.
Yeah, still right in the opening range right now, Ray. Oh, that's
Mm,
that's exciting. Well, something is bound to happen. Whoops. Hang on. Let's take a look at the 30-minute chart.
okay.
Alrighty. Um, when that news came out, look what gold did. Gold went the opposite direction of everything else. Uh,
Yeah.
we have the VWAP, overnight VWAP, really just, I mean, holding, holding,
Yeah.
holding, 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 opened with a gap, unable to close the gap. I think, Ray, you're right. I mean, the long term trend is to the upside, the short
Hmm.
term trend to the upside, medium time, somewhat of a balance, but the way this thing's been trading, and we added open interest yesterday. We did leave a gap. We've left, a little bit of unfinished business down below, but that'll be important when it gets there. Um, don't see any reason why, also, that we can't start thinking about possibly getting the air horn out and looking at new all-time highs in
Yeah.
gold here. That was last week's high. Was the all-time high? It's 320160. 320160.
Hey, we got crude gonna
Yeah.
open up here in about 2 minutes.
Thanks.
Ease up on that.
Thank you. All right. Well, I guess we're done here. Let's take a look at crude and take a look at this opening range trade.
Looking at crude, we're on the lows right now. We're making new lows in crude. Eddie, you got any
Yes,
any crude news
I've
for
got
us?
some magic here. Yes,
Yeah.
oil prices falling. Obviously, we are
Yeah.
seeing that. We did see the Brent drop 2.1%. Our friend WTI fell also 2%. Now, this benchmark crude contract settled 4% higher yesterday following the announcement on the tariffs for most countries. That was after sliding as much as 7% during the session. But these higher UF tariffs on China still leave plenty of uncertainty in the markets. Any impact of growth on levies left in place in China could weigh on demand for oil. So, um, heads up with oil. If you are an oil trader today, be very careful on what's going on here, and let's follow the news. Back to you, JD.
Thank you, Eddie. Headline risk on all over the place today. The yen just made a new low in crude oil, $60.08. New low in crude oil.
Chill,
Got about 1 minute.
73% short. Yes, strong.
It does look that
That
way.
is a strong short tilt. Got about 90 seconds to the crude oil open. We're going to be looking at the 1 minute opening range in crude.
Go below 60. Watch below.
All right, guys. I'm gonna have to set this
Yeah,
one out. I gotta go to the
below 60.
restroom. I'm gonna take a
Going-
break
We in free fall below 60, Coach Ray?
in front of
At
New
least
York
the
Open.
58, at
I
least
got
the
some
58.
mechanic stuff going on behind the scenes too.
Okay.
If we get below 60, I would say 58 is the next destination.
Would you say, Hogue and Ray, would you say an opening range trade to the long side would be a see money, take money type of trade this morning?
It feels that way to me. Yeah.
I mean, because we're right at the overnight low here.
Hmm.
But I do like shorts better than longs. We got Mo talking about Nasdaq. He likes he says it's a trending down type of day. Validated above 19,000, so he likes looking for sell opportunities in the Nasdaq today. Thanks, Mo. All right.
Noted.
Here,
Thank you,
guys.
Mo. 20 seconds to the crude oil open. 20 seconds. Here we go.
The market is in pre-open.
All right.
Ding, ding, ding. Crude oil is open for business.
13 ticks.
So far. See how wide it
15
gets. Maybe
ticks.
we'll play a 2-lot. If it's under 20 ticks, we'll play a 2-lot. But we do see some buying coming in.
21 ticks.
21 ticks. Stick to our guns. Trade a 1-lot.
22.
What's our low?
25.
60-21 low. 60-45. What is 60-45 on our daily levels? That would be last week's low in crude. Bounced. Tested that.
Yep.
Saw some rejection off of it.
60-60 seems to be something on the volume side as well.
60-60.
Yeah. Just on my visible range volume profile, I see 60-60 coming in as a kind of interesting area.
That's mushed pretty good off that last week's low.
Yeah.
All right. We are working our stops to enter. We got a stop to get in short, 60-20. Stop to enter long, 60-51. We are short. Took one tick of slippage on there.
Excellent.
House count short 1 crude oil, 60-19.
60-19. Now let's flush down to 60.
We're looking at 35 ticks of risk on this trade. How do you feel about that CYA Hogue, 60-54?
60.
I don't want to hit it. I don't want to hit it.
I don't want to hit it either. I want to see new lows right now.
Flush. Let's go.
Flush.
Let's
Yes.
take out the overnight low and let's go.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
go. Everybody sell crude. I'm joking. Don't everybody sell crude.
Push.
Not financial advice.
This is not financial advice.
Yes. Yes. Let's
Another
try
pretty
him.
wide opening range. Yeah, it's running into buyers right there.
2 minutes. Let's see.
Just traded 1 lots this morning. Wide opening ranges in both crude oil and gold.
60-40. Edge value there.
Come on. Overnight low.
There we
Overnight
go.
low.
Here we
okay
go.
now.
New lows.
There
New
you
lows.
go.
Here we go.
Get below 60
taking it
and
out yet.
you can party.
We got 100,
Wonder if
100 and a quarter on the 60 bid.
Mm.
Some people are
Wonder
looking
if
at
it'll
that
help
price.
if I do the Dakota. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
It's just,
Let's make new lows. Come on, new lows, new lows. It's the mantra. Say it with me, folks.
yes.
Type it on the chat. New lows, new lows.
Yes.
New
There
low.
we go.
There we go.
There it
100 lot
is.
got taken
There
out
it
at
is.
60.
There it
100 lot at
is.
60 traded out. That was a
Need to
liquidity
close
grab
below.
right there.
Close below.
84% short here in
Wow.
crude.
Yes.
But here's the
Look at
thing:
that.
only
That's a nice-
16% in the money.
Like it.
Ooh.
Average price.
What's your price on the short?
24.
All right, I'm back. I had too much going on in the
What's your price?
background,
19?
19.
and I had to go to the bathroom,
Nice.
so we just
We hit
chilled out on
1-to-1
this one.
R. We did hit 1-to-1 R. No adjustment on our CYA yet. Thank you, Mo. I see you in the chat. And Dolby. Jerome it. Let's Jerome it.
Yeah, I really don't see any reason why we can't continue. Nothing in its way.
Another 70 lot offered at 60 now. I wonder if someone's trying to scratch some of that 100 lot they just bought.
That old.
I am going to go ahead
Order filled.
and jump in this bad boy.
Another resistance area, 60-40.
160. Put it down.
100 at 60. 75 at 60.
And then we go. Give me a bid. Give me a bid.
70 traded at 60
Right,
just
another-
now.
another
60's
round,
been a
another-
decent line on the stand. Don't forget an iceberg working at 60.
At 60. Look at this. It's a battle at 60, guys.
Yeah, I'm watching total volume traded there.
Battle at 60.
130 lot traded on the way down. Another 75 traded on that pop. Total volume 207 contracts traded at 60. Someone's trying to hold it there. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'm taking
Order
another
filled.
contract.
Another 100. Another 100 just traded at 60. Someone's iceberging it.
It's more of a growler.
A growler. Explain that
Yeah.
one more time for the people in the back, Hogue. What's a growler order?
So, a growler order is similar to an iceberg order. It's a larger order that they're trying to hide. So, an iceberg sell order would be they would put a smaller number to sell at a level, and as soon as it gets close to filling, they'll add another number and another number and another, random smaller number. So they just keep feeding in smaller offers that keep getting taken. So that you end up with positive delta in that regard. The growler order is different. If there's like 50 at 60, if 50 at 60 even on the offer in crude oil, and they get hit, that would add to delta because it was taken on the offer. They'll remove the delta by selling 50 at the market. So they keep delta neutral, which is right. Pretty much
I'm going in
order
again.
filled.
I'm in
A
3.
little positive
Practice account.
at 60 even, but
Taking $200 worth of heat.
when you see a spike in volume, no delta at a certain level, that's typically going to be a growler.
Gotcha. Thank you. Well, I think we have established our volume point of control in crude oil at $60 even. Over 600 contracts have traded there so far during regular trading hours. That would be our volume point of control so far this morning. See if we can get another flush below there.
Which I think we will.
Right on top of it again. We are right at the overnight low.
I'm in 3 contracts. I'm going to want to hold a little bit if it gets into the money. I'm not going to want to take it immediately, so I don't take a hit on
Yeah.
one of those 3s, one of those 3 lots. So I'm gonna.
We have
Hold
not
on.
touched our CYA on this trade. We're going to let it play out.
That's what the stop loss is for. Fuck it.
All right, we'll continue to monitor this crude oil trade. There is some business being done around these levels right now. Eddie,
Yes,
just some news stories. What happened
Get
overnight?
some news. I've been following Peter Tuckman here real quick here. Obviously, the inflation eased to 2.4 in March, lower than expected. Now, this is the first time since May 2020 CPI inflation declined month over month in March. So we'll keep an eye on that. But as far as the news goes here today, let me fire this up here. Talking. Oh my goodness! Come on, baby. There's it. U.S. stock futures slipping today as the markets here amassed that huge fallout with Donald Trump's sudden reversal of the sweeping tariffs. And I like how Trump suggested that the yippee financial markets had helped him persuade him to change the course, introduced the 90-day delay. So that was all regarding us as a group complaining, crying and moaning about it. And I guess he was listening. I think he might have been in chat here yesterday, seeing how we sort of discussed that. U.S. stock futures earlier here today, we did see that the Dow slipped 400
What I was waiting for right there, that curve over.
So the S&P slipped 73 and the NASDAQ dropping a whopping with cheese.
ACH.
345
Anything can
points.
happen.
These main averages
Up, down, sideways.
yesterday
Who knows?
after the announcement of the reprieve. Ending of the blue day yesterday here, blue chip Dow Jones soared 2,963 points for 7.9. S&P spiked 474 for 9.5%, and the NASDAQ jumping 1,857 or 12.2%. So as far as you know, that's what
Let's
we
watch
have
this on the
been.
clean screen.
On the other side, with
Doop.
China's retaliatory 84% tariff on U.S. goods went into effect midnight here. So the country has largely decried Trump's increased tariffs and vowed to respond to the new duties. Trump earlier imposed the 104% tariff that was Wednesday, but hiked it to $1.25, 125%, criticizing Beijing's retaliatory measures. That's what I've got here, JD. I'm going to pass it back to you in a few more minutes here in opening call.
Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate it. We're trading back above the overnight high.
I'm playing a little loose with it,
Feeling
crude
about
oil
the
trade,
far.
because it's a practice
Seeing,
account.
Iceberg order buys at 60.08.
Yeah.
Is there a case for covering this position and maybe getting in
There
at a
is.
trade location?
There is. But then again, we're going to touch it.
We're touching it. Yep. Don't touch it. We'll let it play out.
Still,
We will let it play
still
out.
70% short in crude. Tilt.
Yeah.
We had another
Yeah,
tilt
we're not
reversal
wanting
in
to
crude
see it get
oil.
above
Anytime we get a
60-40. I said, would not want to see it get above 60-40.
60-40 line in the sand, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Tilt reversal in crude oil has been
Add another contract if it lets me.
pretty good indicator. Anytime crude oil gets above 80% in either direction,
Yeah.
reversal, temporary or not, is pretty much imminent. We've been seeing that for weeks now. Decent signal in crude oil. Looking at the tilt, we just saw it. Brewery, 85% short in the tilt, and bounced. O says nobody wants oil now.
Nobody wants oil.
Nobody wants your oil here, Louis.
John Jones, yesterday's TPO value high in CL, 60.26.
60-26.
60.26.
Volume value
Down.
high 60.69.
Mark that on your charts, folks. You have markup tools available to you. Pretty much every platform. Start marking up your charts. What is the crime? Called it trading places. They just changed one
It
word
is.
in that little quote.
A weak low yesterday. Value low from yesterday's right at the low is 56.06.
606. All right. Our value
It's
low.
TPO.
Yes, value low. On your Top Step daily levels, 606. It's on the indicator. If you're on the Top Step X platform, pull up those Top Step daily levels. It's an indicator on the platform. Get those levels right there on your screen. We're doing your homework for you, folks.
Here it goes.
Yep,
No.
I'm ready for it.
Push.
Well,
Go. Let's go.
Philadelphia, it's $50.
50 bucks.
Yeah, 60s.
Come on.
Sometimes it's exciting. Sometimes it's insanity. Sometimes it's a battlefield. Sometimes you're
Right on
just
top
chilling.
of overnight low, 60.08. It's been a pretty pivotal area.
Yeah.
Jockeying for position around overnight low. Got about 2 minutes left together. Eddie, what's going on the rest of the day? We've got a pretty exciting show here at Top Step.
We got some goodies today. Yes, we are already the 10 days into April here, and we're going to call today Thursday. We got Hoop going to be joining us here for Fast Markets. Don't forget 11 o'clock here today, 11 o'clock Central Time. Mark it on your calendars. Hogue and Brett Steenbarger. And a lot of questions from our traders. We're going to be asking Brett, and hopefully we got some time we can ask some fresh questions from the chat. But that's 11 o'clock here. Planet. This is going to be great. Also, after that, join me. I'm going to be hosting lunch box trading with Deanna, Coach Jay. We're going to have a Mick drop in. Deanna's going to be talking about her VIP update, Coach Jay also. And coming up here, Rising Star. Yes, we got another Rising Star. OFEC T, number 95 on the big board. Coach Jay and Dolby going to be talking to OFEC. And to end the day, James D and Jack and Dolby with Power Hour. And that's what we got here, JD. Back to you.
It's another Rex Manning day here at Top Step, folks. Make sure you are sticking around. Brett Steenbarger, man, we're gonna have a great day.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yes. Mark your
One-on-one
calendars,
with the
guys.
Hogue. One-on-one with the Hogue. We put out a question form. We might put it out again later today. I'm not sure how many questions we got, but yeah, they'll be fielding your questions, from the chat.
And don't forget,
Yeah,
also,
we got some really good questions. I'm really looking forward to that session. Gonna be a good one. Don't miss it.
Mm-hmm.
real quick here, I know we got a couple minutes here, but in case you missed it, we now have 3 hours of Top Step TV for our friends across the pond.
Yeah, you see, I'm a
The
momentum
starting at 1 a.m.
scalper.
Central
I really don't like to hold trades long like
London
this.
Open with Aaron Trades. Aaron's going to focus on gold trades before and into the open. And of course, we got Deanna. She's still doing her 3:30 a.m., but we have renamed that to Euro Trades. So remember, hey, hit and like this.
That's a beautiful woman.
At YouTube, so you get your notifications.
Market Stalker D.
Remember, 6 days a week we're doing
Beautiful
this stuff.
woman.
And of course, coming up here, Coach Hoop, Steps VIP, the Pit Raiders,
And a successful
trading
trader
with us this
too.
morning. And one thing I want to
Also
point out
married,
here
though.
with Coach Hoop, last season, Hoop's Top Step VIP team had a 45% pass rate. That is phenomenal. Good
Impressive.
stuff.
That's great.
Right.
Awesome. Good
So
stuff.
hey, before we take a break here, let's pass the ball around and any last comments here before we take that break. JD, let's start with you.
Awesome. Thank you, Eddie. Yeah, we're all putting in the extra time here, folks, just for your benefit.
Order
Thanks for
filled.
sticking around. We got a great day of tradertainment coming your way. We are short crude oil. We'll continue to monitor that. We haven't touched our CYA. We're not going to let any of this trade. We're going to let it run. We're going to let it ride. We'll see what happens. Just remember, in times of high volatility, the only thing you have any type of control over is your downside risk. So make sure you're trading with stops while the markets are moving and making these big swings.
Brilliant.
Take care. Have a safe trading day, folks.
Coach Ray, what do you got?
Yeah, I would just again encourage people to be patient, wait for your levels, stay true to your processes, and good things come generally.
I'm gonna let
Mr. Hoagland.
Fast Markets team come in,
Always.
see who's all there, say good morning to everybody, and then I'm gonna jump over to some music, and we're gonna get into the VIP account. And we're gonna look for some trades.
And trade well today, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. All right, folks, we're going to take a little break here. We will be back here. Coming up, we've got some Feds speaking today, so let's keep our thinking caps on. Let's stay focused, have a good time. And
Yeah, I'm out of this trade. I'm not even fucking with it
right
anymore.
back here with Fast Markets. Don't go away.
I'm gonna get into Combine. I'm gonna go back over to NQ.
Why Top Step? Because traders shouldn't have to risk everything to participate in the markets. And since 2012, we've provided capital to over 10,000 futures traders just like you. From the pits in Chicago to screens in over 143 countries, we've been motivated by one simple idea. We don't care who you are or where you learn to trade. If you pass Top Step's trading evaluation, you'll be invited to trade with our capital in a fully funded account. As a Top Step funded trader, you keep 90% of profits and we take the losses. We also offer educational resources for all levels, live classes, and free group coaching from a team with over a century of professional trading experience. We're invested in your success. So what are you waiting for? Ditch the brokerage account, start learning by doing, and become a Top Step funded trader today.
How do you manage your emotions in trading? Are you taking anything from the ski? Like, professionalizing your mindset to get that in the right spot that you've done over the last 20 years
Yeah.
to do anything and bring it over to the trading world?
Yeah, I mean,
You meditate, right?
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
meditating and exactly,
Yeah.
exactly that. Because you're not gonna have a great day every day.
No, you
Like
sure the
said,
fuck
it's a
ain't.
love-hate business, and it's the same thing with skiing. It's a love-hate business. Not every day is going to be the most beautiful, sunny, slushy day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of days that are super icy, and you don't want to put your body
Good
on the
point.
line.
Yeah.
And-
Conditions of the day change and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Exactly.
you got to adapt. Yeah.
Exactly.
Ten minutes to open. I think we're going to stay on the business screen today for right now. I want to see that light. I want to be able to see the ladder tighten up. I want to be able to see the flow on time of sales. And be quite frankly, I like to see the balances on my accounts. I'm trying to get better at trading on the clean screens where I'm not looking at so much. We just gonna chill. Got all day to trade, don't need to make it all at once. Got time to go walk around, chill out, take the dogs out back, pour some coffee, change the radio station, stick my finger in my nose. Whatever, you know? It's the beauty of it. Not about the money, it's about the freedom. Sure, the money's nice because the money gives you the freedom. I like to ride through opening call, spend time with these guys. I like to get started in the fast markets, see who's up, say good morning, see how things are gonna feel getting started, then I like to jump over and do my own thing. Then I bounce in and out with these guys all day long. But I usually don't trade past fast markets. And I try to get up and go into slow markets, but slow markets just nah. I'm just not a slow markets guy. I can do it. I just nah. I'm gonna try to find some really good opportunities here. I'm not gonna be in a hurry. In fact, I want to watch this right here. I want to reset that, and I want to do this. Really? Alright, I think I'm gonna clean up my I'll leave VWAP on there, but I think we're gonna get rid of this. It's just too cluttery. I don't want it. Not gonna be in a hurry. I'm not gonna hard charge out. Not gonna do it. Two minutes to the bell. 2 minutes to the bell. One minute to open. 30 seconds to open.
Oh, hello, and welcome to Fast Markets. We got Hogue, we got Jack Bonds, we got myself, Dolby. Andre is at the South Carolina clone factory for the next 2 days, so we get to hang out, Chad, and have a
The
good
market
time.
is open.
You know what we forgot? You know
Yeah,
what we
what?
forgot? We forgot to get in the gates there, Mr. Bilby Time.
Oh, the gates.
So let's
we
go
got
to
our
just rain.
opportunities, and I'll look at our trades in the gates here.
Hey,
And now, good morning, Dolby. How are you, buddy?
there we go. Now we can get this gate
Market open.
right.
Bell, ding, 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 ding.
Still at the bar. I don't know. Jack Bonds, do you like your bonds shaken or stirred?
I like them violently all over the place, but not
Oof.
higher in yields.
Not
We're
higher.
open right here. We got an old school cast with us right now. We got Muhammad joining us in a bit. We got Hoop joining soon, having a little camera problem right now. But Hogue, tell us about the open.
All right. Well, opening in the upper distribution of the double distribution trend days yesterday, they're absolutely huge. Again, the opening range is 17 points in the S&Ps, and in the NASDAQ, 70 points. 70 points first minute bar here in the NASDAQ. I'm of the mindset that we're
It's going to
gonna
go
find
up
trade
unless it goes down.
Now we're gonna get into the opening trade equities here. And it's a good thing because there's a lot of risk.
Yeah, I'm chilling,
Just
dude.
took out the low of the opening range in the NASDAQ. Low of the opening range was 18,769.
I'm chilling.
Still inside the opening range so far.
I'm just
S&P
chilling.
is.
Oh, you were saying you're looking for better trade location. Where is
Yes.
that location exactly? What
Okay.
level would get you enticed into getting into this
All right.
market?
So this is the NASDAQ. This is the 30-minute chart, right? But you can just see overnight inventory is short, but it's been a downtrend since the overnight began. So, you know, I'm looking at possibly a continuation of the downtrend of the trend to the downside. The upper distribution of time and volume that we established
I might.
takes us down to the low end of it about 18,364. The upper end of the distribution is taking us, well, to yesterday's high, which is an afternoon pullback low of approximately 19,385. We're opening in a distribution of a short time frame.
Almost 70
My
ATR.
focus when we have balance is where I'm always focusing on the extremes, which would be, you know,
And
anywhere
climbing.
up around 19.3 or down to 18.4. Doesn't do much for exciting trading early in the session because we're in the middle of that distribution. I think that that we're going to see better trade location as the day goes on. There's going to be a lower low than we have right now in the regular trading hour session. There's going to be a higher high than what we have in the open in the regular trading hour session now. That's all that I'm saying.
I'm going to be really
So
locked
just looking at the
into
context
price
and say,
action.
okay, if we're waiting for new information, which we are, anything about tariffs, of course, and then we've got PPI tomorrow, and we also have some big bank earnings coming out tomorrow. The earnings season really kicks into high gear tomorrow. So if we're waiting for new information, be it tariffs, which is probably the most important thing that the market is hawking right now, you know, I'm looking at the market kind of falling into an area of balance here, waiting for new information. And the only balance I can see from yesterday that we're in currently is that area of balance. So again, down around 18,350, back to yesterday's high, up around 19,387, 378. And we're right in the middle of it. So I'm going to stay patient.
Perfect. Oh, thank you so much.
Bing
We
bong.
got crude rolling over here as
I got it.
well. Eddie, grab that one. Is it trick or treaters?
Eddie got it.
What do we got? Good. Oh, we got hoop too. Look at this. Eddie
Yeah,
found a
good
hoop.
trick.
All right, guys, I got to switch over and get some music going, man. I got to get in the feel of this shit here, dude. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill. I don't think I want to trade in the chop right now. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for the expression of the views and the interest of Yabbersmack Holdings. It's not a signals class. Not trying to teach you how to trade. You gotta figure that out for yourself. I'm just expressing myself. I don't care if you like the video. I don't care if you share the video. If you get something out of it, you get something out of it. Here I am. I'm gonna make money. Finger over by the buttons, not exactly on the button, but over by the button. I gotta let it figure out if it's gonna get out of this range or not, and which way it's gonna go out of the range. Oh, let's go over here. I need to hit the save button. I need to check my my perimeters on this account. 400, 1,000, 5 trades. All right, we're good. Just had to verify. Had to verify that shit. Had to verify it. Verification. 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 A little verification. It's thin. Ladder's chaotic. A lot of spread. I bet our ATR is higher. Shit, yeah, it's higher. It's over 70 now. Average true range of the 5-minute candle, 72 points. The adder's trying to clean up a little bit. It's trying. It's trying. Not necessarily succeeding, but it's trying. Volume's starting to spread up, speed up. A lot of wicks on those 5-minute candles. Last 2 candles, just wick, wick, wick on both sides. Right in the middle of the range. Just below yesterday's value area high. Just chilling, man. I am not gonna try trading all that chop right there. There's no reason to do it. I got all day to trade. You go looking for a trade, you're gonna find one for sure every fucking time. I'm gonna let the trades come find me. Thousands of hours of screen time. I know what opportunity looks like. Gotta trust myself. What's the market doing right now? Sideways, up, down, doesn't matter. What's it doing right now? Act accordingly. Trust yourself. Act. Don't think. I need to try something that with this is just a test. I'm going back to practice for 1 second. I want to try something with my stop loss. It's 72 and climbing. I want to see, because volatility is climbing, so I want to see exactly what I'm going to take this.
Order filled.
Oh yeah, that's fucking tight, dude.
Order filled.
Yeah, that's fucking tight as fuck, dude. That's tight as fuck. That is tight as fuck. Alright guys, today we're gonna step down to menu. We're gonna step down to micros. Yeah, the volatility is fucking insane, dude. Micro NASDAQ. Let's clear all that bullshit off of there. Micro NASDAQ. We're going to half contract. See what happens. We're going to go 3 contracts, see what happens. Yeah. End of the week. I don't want to put all the money back. There we go. I think that's the best choice right there, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's the best choice right there. Alright, and having done that, I'm going to jump over to the clean screens. We're going to trade clean screens with 3 contracts. Let's make sure I'm in the right market. I need to check everything one more time. We're going to do a test trade. This is test trade in MNQ down to 3. Alright, we're going to try a trade just to see what happens.
Order filled.
Yeah, that gives us a little bit more rotational room right there. It's going to be a little harder to... Yeah, I can work with that a little bit better.
Order filled.
Man, slippage. Slippage out the asshole, dude. Straight slippage out the asshole. Alright, let's jump back over in the combine. That's predominantly why we're stepping down to micros. Things are just so chaotic right now that the slippage and the entries and exits are just going to be insane. We're probably still climbing on the volatility. I bet we're up even higher now. Yeah, we're fucking approaching 80 on the ATR, dude. Yeah, I'm slowing down. Hell, I might even drop down to 2 contracts, to be honest with you. I'm sizing down again. Yeah, we're sizing down again. Yeah, it's insane right now. I just got to It's about staying alive, man. It's about keeping that money. I gotta see what Top Step is saying.
$357 long 1 MES. Trying to experiment
Dead
with
nut
this. So
53.50 for me.
Yeah, things are getting so crazy. The
about
shit's
this.
freezing up.
Sorry, dude. I wanted 40s, Jack.
All right, I needed to see what was going on with volatility. See what they were doing. They're all sized down too. I'm cool with sizing down. Fucking kidding me? Yeah, shit's insane, dude. Screens aren't even catching up. Yeah, dude. Shit is insane, dude. I gotta refresh screens. Dude, we might not even do any trading for right this second, to be honest with you. There we go. There we go. The data's coming in just so fucking hard, dude. Alright, we're leveling out at 80, just under 80. Alright, I'm not ready. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Show me, don't tell me. Show me, don't tell me. Two minutes left on that 5-minute candle. I'm chilling. Just chilling. I'm not convinced yet. Yeah, I'm not convinced. See what I'm talking about? No. No, 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 no. Fuck no. That shit was like a Venus flytrap, all covered in glistening honey, saying, "Land on me, baby. Come taste my sweetness." As soon as you land on that motherfucker, chomp. Chomp. Eat your fucking face off. Just chilling, man. Show me, don't tell me. I stepped down from 1 mini to 2 micros. Shit's just that insane right now. I'm starting to think about a short. Show me, don't tell me, though. Show me, don't tell me. Because it's really looking like it's trying to push higher, too. "30 seconds left in 5-minute candle. Let's see what that next candle is going to do. Yeah, it's just sideways right now. Sideways with upper tendencies. No need to get chopped up in there. I got all day to trade. I don't need to do it all right now.
Order filled. Order filled.
I'll take $76. I will take $76. One trade of 5 down. I'm starting to think about a longer hold time on this fucking short. Thinking about it. Going for it.
Order filled.
That's what I got a stop loss for. That's what I got a stop loss for. Alright, that motherfucker's about to fucking take off, dude. Holding, 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 holding. Just chilling. Just chilling. Chilling. Relaxing. Relaxing. Waiting. No pushing the button again. Just relaxing. Relaxing. Waiting. Holding. 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 Taking.
Order filled.
$79. 154.04 on the bottom line. Top Step VIP 100K Combine. Hardcore fucking markets. A lot of risk right now. Step down from 1 mini to 2 micros. Finish out the week in the green. 2 trades down to 5. Got all day to trade. I don't need to fucking run in and make it all at once. Gonna chill. Just gonna chill. Three more? I got 3 more trades in this account. 3 more trades. Try to make them count. I don't need to do it all at once. Right here's what I'm looking at, right here. Show me, don't tell me, though. I need to break that right there, though, to make me if that's going to be the direction. But I'm not 100% sure there. Breathing. Gotta remember to breathe. Yeah, I'm not convinced yet that it wants to fall out the bottom. I'm certainly not buying it there. I need to see a pullback. I need a good strong pullback, and then I'll consider it. And this might be our pullback here. Yeah. All right, let's go so we can see a little better. Ah, I didn't get in. Which is probably better. Fuck it. Man, it's looking heavy. I'm not convinced, though. Just not convinced yet. We got another minute and 30 seconds in that 5-minute candle. I think I'm gonna hold. See what that next candle does. We are definitely getting committal. But is it a grab? We are definitely in committal right now. I just can't do it yet. I can't do it. I want to see that next candle. 30 seconds or a minute. Yeah, I'm away for a pullback. It's already too extended on that move. Let's see what the next candle does. Next candle, 10 seconds. 5 minute. New candle.
The market is in pre-open.
Whoa! Yeah, I'm glad I didn't get in that motherfucker. Oh,
Market is open.
oh, do you see that shit? That's why I'm in the micros, dude. That shit froze everything, dude. Go fuck yourself. You don't want to be in that, dude. Holy fuck. I'm in it.
Order filled.
I'm in it. Relaxing, relaxing, just chilling, 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 just fucking chilling. Just chilling, just chilling, just chilling. I'll take that.
Order filled.
It's about $80, I think. 3 trades down. $94 trade. 3 trades down. Two more to go. I reserve the right to not take all 5 trades. I'm already at day's pay. I like to call 300 a day's pay, but I think I'm at 250 something. I mean, in essence, that's a 246, 56 on the bottom line. That's basically a day's pay. I'm already at 12 fucking trades, or 12 lots traded. I should have 2 trades left, I think. I wonder if, where are we at on ATR? Dude, we're almost at 90. Almost a 100-point swing in a 5-minute candle. just gonna watch for a minute. I made my money in that move. I don't want to be in that fucking move anymore. I need a good pullback. I need to see a good pullback. I want to see a good pullback on the 5 minute, because it's starting to, I think you're going to get a pullback up into here somewhere. And if it's going to keep going, that's what's going to happen, I think. Show me, don't tell me, though. Show me, don't tell me. Okay, baby. You go. I gotta take my dog out. I'm gonna take my dog out. Give me a minute. I gotta take a break.
The market is in pre-open.
The market is open.
All right, I'm back. That's really kind of good. I'm getting kind of a routine down, and getting up and having to go walk the dogs is really good for me because it allows me to get away from the screen, shake my head free a little bit, and come back in fresh, which is very, very important in the markets. We've got 3 trades of 5 in, 100% win rate, $246.56 on the bottom line. Market conditions are insane. Freezing screens, fucking block, dude, it's insane. Account killing insane. I know it doesn't look like it to you on the screen, but there's a lot of chaos going on inside those candles right now. I mean, 80-point whips, and that'll just liquidate accounts. In fact, accounts are getting liquidated all over the fucking place, but not mine. All right, let's think perspective. $246.56, 3 trades, 100%. That's a day's pay, dude. I like to call $300 a day's pay, but that's a day's pay. Sitting on my ass, drinking some coffee, listening to some music. Now, sure, I've been sitting in front of the screens for 2 hours and 23 minutes. That's $120 an hour if you look at it like that. But actually, in trade, 30 seconds. Maybe 60 seconds between all 3 trades. All right, I'm gonna chill out. Just gonna watch. I'm in no hurry. I may get it. You know, my goal is to have 2 more successful trades and take a break, and then jump into my copy traded combines and put up $1,000. But we'll see. I may or may not trade those combines. I mean, it'd be nice. But I don't have to make it all. It's the end of the week. I'd rather keep the mental capital straight. I gotta push a button on the coffee pot. I'll be right back. Frog peanut butter sauce. All right, we back. Feet up on the desk, just chill and relax, and let's see what happens. Let's check the other markets. I'm probably already timed out of those screens. No. Lean hogs. I mean, live cattle's looking. I might take my first cattle trade. Out of everything, gold is insane. Silver's looking good. Crude oil's looking short. Yeah, let's go over here to, I'm going over to hogs. I mean, cattle. Nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not ready for that. I'm just chilling today. I'm lazy today. I'm lazy today, man. I'm just gonna chill. It's my last day off before my work week. I'm just chilling. Alright, we might be getting a setup here, but I'm just gonna chill. Show me, don't tell me. Finger over by the button, but not on the button. I'm going.
Order filled.
I'm going. Holding. All right, we're holding. We're holding. We're holding. We're just gonna fucking hold this motherfucker. All right, we might be fucked. It's what I got a stop loss for. It's what I got a stop loss for. Just chill. Just chill. Just chill. Don't get caught up in those lower time frame fluctuations. Don't do it. All right, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. There it goes. That's what I'm looking for.
Order filled.
$50 trade. Got out of that just in fucking time. Woohoo! I got out of that just in time. Patience, baby. Patience. 4 trades down, 1 to go. I'm going to be honest. I feel like I'm over trading that account. I really probably should take that one trade. I'm half tempted just to call it cushion. But I am here to trade. Alright, for the sake of mental capital, I'm going to be done with this account. $300 a day's pay. Made a day's pay. I stepped down to micros from the minis. The markets are just insane. It's about capital preservation. It's about risk management, managing the losses. I've narrowed my stop loss. And I'm okay finishing out the week 100% in this account, or 75% overall, 100% for the week, I think it is. We'll take a look at the P&L in just a second. I'm locking this account out all day. Done. All right, let's go to the P&L and take a look at that. The account is now locked out for the day. I can't touch it and fuck it up. Let's go look at, let's save and let's go look at the P&L for that. All right, we have $758.56 on the bottom line. Now, we did lower the risk. We stepped down the size. We took 4 trades, 100%. We got our overall out of 315 total trades in the account. 74% of them are good to the money. Did all that hard work right there. Had some really hardcore emotions. Said fuck that. Took a breath, meditated, figured it out, and we're back on the mend. That's just beautiful right there. Right there. Look at that. Here we are. We got $1,500 on the bottom line for the week. We still got $275.32 to bring ourselves back to the into the green for the month. After this fucking stupidity right here, I'm confident we'll do it. We basically got 3 more weeks in this month, minus 1 day. So 2 weeks, 3 days. I'm confident we'll be all right. I will reconsider stepping back into the minis right here. I might just stack money here, and I'm going to have to, on this VIP account, the last day of this account is I think the 30th of April, maybe the first 2 days of May. I'm going to have to start thinking about leaning in here, and that's okay. We'll do it. We'll do what we got to do. All right, that's all that there. That's all she wrote there. All right, let's go back to the trading screens. And let's consider coming into our copy traded accounts and getting a trade on the bottom line. At least one good trade. We actually look like we might be at a trade right now, to be honest with you. Show me, don't tell me, though. Show me, don't fucking tell me. Finger on the over by the button. It's always got a little more in it, though. Show me, don't tell me. I'm not going to look for a trade. You go looking for a trade, you're going to fucking find a trade because it is made and wired for you to find a trade. Those are Venus flytraps with great big old sharp ass fucking werewolf teeth. And alien fucking acid in the as digestive juices. I'm gonna let the trade come to me. The key is screen time. Thousands of hours of screen time of understanding market conditions, recognizing what opportunity is and what it is not, and understanding the risk in those moments. Preserving capital, managing risk, managing loss. The trades you don't take are sometimes, or more than not, more important than the ones you do take. Sometimes it's going to be a goddamn jet pilot rock star fucking heavy metal concert. Sometimes it's going to be some classical cello, relaxing, chilling. Finger's actually on the button, but I'm not convinced yet. It's always got a little more in it. Just when you think it ain't got no more, guess what it's got? I got an idea. I'm looking for a short right now, and I'm just waiting for it to tell me. Waiting for it to show me. I want it to tell me and then show me. And then maybe tell me, show me, tell me again. Starting to like it, but I'm not convinced. I'm starting to like it, but I'm not convinced. Breathing. Gotta remember to breathe. See, I told you, it's always got a little more in it. Every time you think it ain't got no more in it, guess what it's got? Hell, that might have been the candles seem to be petering out up at that level. I would almost say, was that a liquidity grab? Was this a liquidity grab down to start a new trip higher up to another level up here? But what's making me think otherwise is how the candle's strength is leveling out with all those dojis. I'm getting ready to maybe take a trade. I'm in.
Order filled.
Timing was a little off there.
Order filled.
I took $6. $8 times fucking 5, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Better than a $6 loss. Yeah, I'm not convinced yet. It was probably good I got out of that.
Order
I'm
filled.
back in. I could be wrong about this, but I'm not panicking. Yeah, I'm not panicking. I think we're going to be okay. I'm ready to get out and cut my losses if I have to, and I have a stop loss in place. Yeah. Not panicking. Not getting caught up in that light fluctuation there. Just not going to panic. It's just not worth it. Just not worth it. I'm not in the best position, so I'll take money fast on this if it gives it to me.
Order filled.
I'll take that. $54 times 5, that was $200 trade. So we're up 1, 2, we're up 250. We're up $260. Now I'm going to chill because I started chasing that a little too much. My timing was a little off, so I don't want to run and chase into that and compound that timing mismatch. We got a little bit of a rollover going. I'm just watching. Show me, don't tell me. It's fighting. Ladder's cleaning up a little bit. There's a little bit of jumping, a little bit of slippage, but it is getting tighter. Excuse me. Coffee burp. We're approaching 3 hours video time. Three minutes left in that 5-minute green pushing candle right there. Gonna hold, see what happens. Locked in on the price action, watching close. Yeah, I'm not liking it. I'm waiting for that next 5-minute candle to come out and see what it's going to do. I still think the move is down to the downside, but I need to see it needs to finish what it's doing, and I need to see a little committal. Just when you think it ain't got no more, guess what it's got? Minute and a half left, 5-minute candle. I'm not trading against that big ass green pushing candle right now. Finger is near the button, but not on it. Stacked pretty heavy on the buying side next compared to the selling side. Stacked on the bid. I got an idea of what I think it's going to do, and I'm just waiting for it to show me. I have probably about 25% of me thinking it may be starting to move upward, but about 75% of me thinks that this is going to push up, and we're gonna have a push down once it's done doing what it's doing. That's probably a grab up into there. I don't know that. I'm just speculating. That's why I have multiple dimensional time frames, multi-time frames that I'm watching the edge of the market. I am literally watching the edge of the market in 4 different time frames. I'm not liking it. I'm just not liking it. I don't think I want a short right there. I do. I want a short right there. Just not enough committal for me. $60 times 5, guys. That's $300. So I've made $600 a day. I grinded out $600 a day in 3 hours. So $200 an hour for 3 hours. Alright guys, I'm done for the day. I don't need to lock this account out, but let's go to let's go to this right here. Bloop. Alright. Practice account doesn't really count. Slaved accounts, 92.3% success rate. 4 trades, I think, 2 contracts apiece, I guess it was. About $60 an account, so we made about $300 across those accounts. And then we made $300 in our combine. Markets were really, really difficult today, so we're $600. We made $200 an hour for 3 hours of screen time. I'm good with that. I sized way down because the markets are fucking insane, dude. These markets, the professionals are sizing down. The professionals are getting their asses kicked. Who the fuck do I think I am that I'm going to come in here and not get my ass kicked? So I sized down. And I lived to fight another day, and I made $200 an hour for 3 hours of screen time. All right, guys. I don't like to go over 3 hours with my videos. I do sometimes go 4. This was a good session, man. $600, 3 hours. Just under 3 hours. $200 an hour for 3 hours. That's in a lot of ways, that's 3 days pay. Stay tuned. I got a video coming that's going to be only about explaining what a prop firm is, why you would want to operate within a prop firm. Just to explain how the workings and the mechanics of it work, so you know what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and what you could possibly do if you choose to do it. This is for educational, not educational purposes. This is for entertainment purposes only. It's not a signals class. You got to make your own decisions. You need a couple hundred hours of screen time, figuring out platforms, figuring out what you need, what's important before you even know what you're doing at all. You need a couple thousand hours of screen time before you'll ever be continuously profitable. Sure, you'll hit it a couple times, but you will put probably 3 or 4 times back in the end and be like crying, not even knowing what happened. Yabbersmack Holdings, professional cave troll. Fuck the time clock.